maybe this could have been some sort of setup, okay, that happened on that day rather than, a so-called insurrection. In fact, there was actually footage that leaked of Nancy Pelosi's daughter, who happened to be there on January 6th to film what happened, okay, between, the politicians when they were evacuating and hiding and all that other stuff. Quite a coincidence. But there's footage of her basically talking about what happened on January 6th and how it wasn't really an insurrection, right? It wasn't really as dangerous as they're making it out to be because, of course, it was clear and obvious that there was no real plan or method to what happened that day. Take a look.
Great legal. Sometimes I say 8 months was great, considering that the shaman who did not. I mean, what did the shaman do? He stood there. What did Paul do? He stood there. The shaman got how many months?
Right,
41
yeah.
compared to 8. So when I saw that, I was like, and I think that the government is going to go for more. That they're going to look to get bigger. Like people are criticizing some of the. People get home convict. A lot of people have been getting probation and stuff. So I think they're looking to make people like. I think if Paul went now, he'd get a longer sentence.
What did he do? Okay, what did he do?
He just walked in with the Trump flag into the Senate.
That's it.
And he got. So I don't know if there was an insurrection. You were supposed to be in line. Marching. You're in the military, this.
No, that's
you were supposed to have a plan.
Exactly. It's called operations order. You sit down overnight with your soldiers. You go over. All right, you're gonna go here. You're gonna go in by this side. At this time, we're gonna take over this. There's none of that.
If it was an insurrection, it's the sorriest insurrection in the 20th, 21st century ever. No guns. No plan. People taking selfies.
A guy smoking pot.
I love the guy.
Yeah,
right now, we'll just go. For
You're going to be able to laugh about this one day. If I were you, I would drag it out. That's what I would do. My strategy would drag it out because
but my leg's about to fall off.
If you can get that thing off,
right. Well,
then I would.
Yeah, so there you have it. That is Nancy Pelosi's daughter, who again filmed what happened that day. She just so happened to know to film what would happen, that something would go down and she would be there to film it. Amazing. But she's admitting that, hey, this insurrection wasn't really actually a real insurrection. It was one of the sorriest insurrections that we've ever seen because there clearly was no plan, right? Which means that the whole case against Trump, which is that Trump somehow was colluding, okay, or there was a conspiracy to overthrow the government. Again, they just proved right there. They just said that, nah, that's just not the case, right? Clearly, that was not the case. Clearly, this was not a planned thing. It's a protest that got out of control. Isn't it amazing how that works? Isn't it amazing when you hear these people talk about what happened that day behind closed doors? That actually not all that, distraught or upset about what happened. They actually laugh and joke about it because they know how much of a joke it actually was to call that an insurrection. Again, no guns, no plan, right? Just a bunch of random dudes at the Capitol rioting. Again, I think the BLM protests or Antifa protests are much more dangerous, okay, and deadly than what happened on January 6th, right? Which again, it's funny because those protests don't get nearly enough notoriety or attention for the damage they cause as January 6th. But again, behind closed doors, this is what they're all saying. This is what they all know about January 6th, that the narrative behind it is false. And this is why the Democrats are so afraid of the footage coming out, because it's going to challenge the narrative, right? And all the Democrats care about is the narrative. They care about the narrative more so than they care about the truth, right? Because the truth, again, is not going to work out in their favor. So let me know what you guys think about this. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.